Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I'm going to work on some unfinished ephemera. I've got some in this box right here, and we'll just pull one out and work on it, because that's what we're going to do. Now, this could go this way. I usually like the darker on the bottom. It could be a pocket. But I've got all this ephemera out, so I thought, why not? And he has the perfect colors for this. I mean, really? But he's too short. I'd have to cut it down a bit, which is fine. I could do that. Or, I mean, how cute is he on there? And then we could put a little quote over there. How wide is this? I always forget to check things like that. It is 6 inches long. It would be a little wide for a pocket. Let's see. This is... Alright, so this is less than... So I could cut it off here, and that would make that 2/3. Or... Well, I could just cut it off anywhere. Let's make it 5 inches maybe. So I just need to cut off like an inch or so off that end, I think. Let's find then I could use it as a pocket. And then it's going to be half and half, and I'm not going to like that. Oops. Oh, I hate that. It always moves every time. Every dang time. I'm going to straighten that out so I can use that as a tab somewhere. I'm feeling a little, I don't know what I'm feeling. See, last Sunday, was it last Sunday? Yeah, Dad and I drove up on Monday. So last Sunday I made like 3 videos. So now I'm like, can you do that again, Darcy? Make 3 videos again. See if you can do it. Then you'll be set for the week. Because Monday, Wednesday, and Friday would be a good video time. I don't think anybody got too overwhelmed with that, did they? I mean, sometimes there's going to be more, because sometimes I've got more to show. See, he has to go all the way to the edge of wherever I put him, just because that's where the picture stops. So, you know, could even put some more books on the side back here, like there's books. This is a book lover's, cat lover, book lover. You know, we're just going to do that, because why not? I'm going to ink that up just a little bit. Don't know why. All right, and glue. Glue would be nice. Just grab a piece of glue page. We could add a flower. We could do anything. I can do anything. Okay, so we got extra books just to lighten this side. I really like this part up here is my favorite part. It just lightens it up a little bit because the other part was really dark. All right, that little blue, little line with the I'm gonna not glue his ears down yet, because there is potential for something decorative behind him, or not. Like what? I don't know. A la fleur, but we don't need a butterfly, but it's not the right colors anyway. Not for me. Not for you, not for me, not for... No, we're just going to glue his ears down. We don't need flowers. We got books. Books are the flowers, and books are the flowers, the things that give us pleasure and make us happy. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm going to do for that one. Sometimes it's, well, that's not all. I'm going to trim the corners a little bit, so it wasn't, and I'm probably going to ink it too. And now that I said all that, I might even add a little bit of stenciling in the back. I don't know. It doesn't really need it though, does it? Oh, it doesn't need it, but I just thought of my crackle stamp. Might be kind of cool. Crackle stamp, crackle stamp. Smelly cat, smelly cat. I haven't done that tune in a while, have I? I used to do that tune to other things like fussy cats, fussy cats. I don't know what I do it to. I just remember Carrie, the crafter, would say things, would be amazed at how many different times I would use fussy cat, the smelly cat tune. Oh my word. Words. Why are words hard? 1, done. It's not a race, but I'm just gonna, all right, this one is springy, and I might want to ink this up, not ink it, well, I can ink it, but what I was thinking of is adding some stamping tin. Oh, I might want to add, I know, you're like, what are you oohing, lady? Tell us. Well, I have this, I don't know that that's right. It'll be springy, I'll give it that. Let's just try it, it'll be fun. We'll just do it. Which way is upside right? That way is upside right. And am I doing it this way or the dark green at the bottom? Maybe the dark green at the bottom? Maybe. Just gonna kind of come up across here and down there. I'm not pressing in the middle just because I don't want to. I don't know, I have a thing about the middle. Alright, so now we just have some music randomly on there. So that's like a really small print, right? And this is a medium print, that check. I mean, I know it's not really, it is a pattern. It's like a medium pattern. Pattern was the word I want, okay. And then if we wanted to add a third pattern, we'd probably add like a larger pattern. Oh, wouldn't this be a fun place to use? Like this would be a larger pattern. We could, and it's also a different shape. Or do we want to use some of this? We got the purple. Should we bring in some more purple? Like purple it up? A darker kind of a purple? Potentially. Let's try it. Purple and green. We'll just do like a little purple and green tag, making it all spring-like, and maybe find like a fun springy, like a bunny would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't think I have a rabbit that big. Now, what if you want an all-over pattern and you only have this border stamp? What do you do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Well, we could put this at the top. It just feels unfinished with just the thing at the bottom. So I think I'll just do this at the top. I'm really glad that I added this little bit. I don't know. It was, I hand cut this stencil originally, right? And I was like, well, I don't know how to turn that into a whole stencil. So I was like, oh, I can do a border. And then, added that border. Then I was like, well, they got room for something in the middle. And then when I was doing, I was like, oh, I had to shrink it up for some reason. I don't know, it just felt really tall. So I shrunk it. And then I had that space. And I was like, well, what can I do further? That's how my brain works. It's just if you give a mouse a cookie kind of a deal. If you give a lady an iPad, she'll make a stencil. And that's how she'll do it, apparently. Alright, purple and green, purple and green. That's not the words to that song, Darcy. Do we want to tone it down now with some, nope. See, that's got green. And it doesn't look bad, but it does cover up a lot. Alright, we're looking for like a rabbit or something, I think is what we're looking for. Let me see what I can find. Something springy. So, I found the bigger rabbit ones. Width-wise, this one's better width-wise, and it doesn't clash per se, it just adds a third color. This color is similar to the purple used in the ink, and the bunny's gray, which is nice. But I think I like this purple better, and kind of put them over here, and then I might just cut this down a little bit more to just make it a more narrow tag. And it's not exact purple either, but I'm not going to stress about that. But I kind of like him. Right, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. And what's nice is it has lines on it, so potentially I might be able to actually cut it straight. I don't know why I'm taking chances like this, but Then I can use that to make a cluster or whatever. And just put that there. I think I'll ink it a little bit. Don't need to ink it. I mean, it's a bright, springy, or I could have even inked it with like purple or green. I mean, there's no wrong. There's no right or wrong with this stuff. It's just your personal preference and what you like to look at, because it's your stuff and you're going to have to look at it. Or if you sell it, it's your stuff, you're going to have to put your name on it and say, I made this, I'm proud of it, I want to sell it, kind of a deal. I know, I try to only make stuff I like. That's why I, don't love to do commissions, although it depends on the person, because sometimes if I do a commission and the person is like, oh, I just love your stuff, I will love anything you do, which also is kind of like, that's a little scary, but they give me some kind of a, like if I know the person, it helps a lot. Or if I know what they're wanting to do, like when I did a commission for a, what was the journal? what was the book they were doing a journal on? The bunnies, the battling bunnies. What are they? See, 5 of you have already said the name of the book in the movie. Watership Down, that's what it was. And I actually had never really, I don't remember the movie if I saw it, and I never read the book. So I kind of like skimmed the book to see the characters, or no, I looked up a synopsis. I don't know. I looked up who the characters were. And I actually had fun, because that kind of like, we don't stop loving to learn if we're learning stuff that is like fun for us. I'm not concerned about this kind of a that's just me. I do grungy. Even if it's going to be cute and springy, it's going to be grungy. That is going to go in that purple journal. The purple and yellow journal. That's where that needs to go. All right. Remind me that I said that, because I'll be mad if I forget. Should we do another one? How are we doing on time? Oh, I was going to check to make sure that I was still straight. I think I am. Oh, this one's like super neutral. Should we keep it neutral with like, wait, let's just take the, oh, that's weird. Okay, we'll just take the pieces that are right there, keeping it neutral. He has to have his paws on something. On what? I don't know. I've got labels. They're multiplying. Labels with text, or I've got layering bits. Sometimes I don't go to my labels first. I go to my layering bits first, because you never know what's, I mean, there are some labels in here too. But you never know what you're going to find. Editorial department. I don't know. Somebody, Fairfax, I don't know. It's a digital I got from somewhere. I'm not sure where. These were from that Boho Journal lady. That was from something. It might be the right size though. And like if I wanted a pop of color, I could take like one of these quilts, which I think are from Mrs. Coggs. I think these quilts are from. She doesn't get mentioned as much as she used to. Oh wait, marking pens. That is the right size. Let's do that. Indelible ink. I don't know. Even the pens I use now, I don't think are indelible ink. I'm like, really? It's not indelible. I don't care what you're saying. Alright, we're just gonna put this low enough so it sticks out from him a little bit. It covers up some of those lines. It keeps, I inked all the lines, so I don't know why I want to cover up the lines. The lines can show. It's all good in the neighborhood. Neutral. That is not my go-to. Some of you it is, though, isn't it? I don't know if people that watch me, their neutral is their go-to, but I can do neutral. See? Look at this. Me doing neutral. Yes, I consider blue a neutral. Blue goes with everything. So I totes consider blue a neutral. Oops, I'm going to get ink on my hands. That's fun. If I had a glue page, what'd I do with it? Also, apparently, the page is the book that I use to stab my journals when I'm making them. When I'm putting in signatures and whatnot. Okay, bring him down here a little bit. Oh, ink this a little bit. Maybe even bring it up a little bit more. I mean, an owl is standing on it. It's not that clean, is it? We got wildlife standing on it. We're not going to expect it to stay pristine. There we go. What do you think? Do you like it? Are you digging it? Are you really wanting me to fix that? Oh, that was loud. Fix right there where it's actually, I almost wanted to leave it torn. I mean, fold it over and just glue it the other way. I could have done that. That was an option. You could have left it folded over, kind of inked it up a little bit, glued it down the other way. That would have been fun. Unless we use it as a pocket, we might want to back it or gesso it. I mean, it's thick enough as it is, I think. It's just collaged on the thing, and I like numbers. So I think I'm just going to gesso it. And it can be written on, potentially. The potentiality of that would be something. Just going to get a little bit of gesso. Don't need that much. Alright, that's just said I don't need that much. And then it didn't come off when I wanted it to. We just want it so that when somebody comes along and writes on it, the numbers are not the focal point and that the words are. And chances are people don't write in the same font as these numbers, so it's not too bad. So if you are trying to keep your ephemera not being so thick and you still want to use some collaged ephemera, just don't back it. Just add a little bit of paint, I don't know that it's much thinner than a paper would be, but you know, this is sturdy enough for me for a tag. And see how it's all cut all wonky right there? I kind of want to leave it that way. It would probably go in a grungy journal somewhere anyway. If someone really hates that, you know what they can do? They can fix it themselves. Yes, they totally can. I'm okay with imperfect. I've had to make myself. I haven't always been okay with imperfect. Don't get the wrong idea. I am a perfectionist at heart. But I'm the perfectionist that if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. So I had to let go of perfection or I wouldn't do any of this. So I do it imperfectly, and sometimes I do it imperfectly on purpose. So there's that tag. Let's see, just grabbing another one in there, not looking. Okay, we got a little bit of bees. I like this green down here. I like them facing up, but usually I like to have the darker color on the bottom. That is not a requirement by any means. This was just on my desk. No, I don't like that. What do I like? What do I like? See, I kind of like it as it is. I don't really need to add much. Could even just add... Oh, he's tiny. But he might want to eat the bees. I mean, I'm okay with that. He can eat bugs. I don't know. I don't want owls eating the mice, but I'm okay with the birds eating the bugs. Yes, an enigma. I don't know that. He's got blue, and there's the tiniest bit of blue up there. And they have this, like, orange... yellowy, you know, different tone, and then there's also this rusty color. You know, I don't hate him. I just kind of think that would be just kind of cute, but you know, I want to cut out that bit between his legs, but you know what I don't want to have to do? Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut here and then glue his leg back on. You can do that. You can cut around. Oh, his legs are so spindly and skinny. He's got legs like my mother. She had little tiny skinny legs. She knew it. She knew it. And then when you glue it on, you just make sure the leg gets glued right and correctly. Tiny little piece. These are easier when they are on some kind of background already. This is why I do the easy fussy cuts. But then sometimes I just go through and I print a bunch of stuff and then fussy cut it, even though it's not super easy. Because I can. That's why they're in my stash, because I like them. Alright, I like him like right there. See, look, he's on a branch already. I don't have to add anything to him. The bees are a standout on there. I like it. I like it. I like it. Sometimes it's that simple. And just, see, I wish that there was one of these that just went a little bit deeper on that, but that's alright. For smaller tags, this is good. I like it for these small, but for bigger tags, I'm like, oh, I just wish I had something that cut it a little bit deeper than that. I like it. I don't need anything else on there. I like that as it is. But I really like that. But I like these little watercolor animals. They're some of my favorites. Alright, so we're doing more than 4, so it's not a quartet. Oh, this, I think I've been thinking that this needs to kind of be a pocket. Or I could cut it down to make smaller tags. It's kind of a big piece. A big piece is okay. Sometimes you even want, and I like how the book page is showing through here. I kind of like that. Want to accentuate that a little bit. And ink up this outside here and ink up that page that's on there. Should I? Well, I said gesso before. I didn't use gesso. I used a matte white acrylic paint, but it works kind of like gesso. So I was like, I could do that back here too. I don't think there's any really bad word. It's probably from a Reader's Digest book. I want to put something here. Could even just be this coming onto the page, which is similarly colored. Yeah, we're going to do that. Sure, why not? Sometimes, especially if you're like a belly band, you might want a piece like this that's a little bit wider so that you can see it. And you can have flowers coming in from off the page. That is okay. It works. Covers up that. I didn't have to do something else in that corner. That worked for me. Alright. What else? We have a little tiny dragonfly here. Flowers there. Could just add, let's see, mushroom, no. That's not that. See, that covers the whole thing. What's the point? If it was the right color, I would show you how I would probably. What the heck was that? Beep beep beep. That was my house beeping, by the way. Just FYI, that was something in my house. Don't worry, nothing in your house was beeping. It was all in my house. Just so you know. Ooh, what about you? We love you. You're so freaking cute and neutral. Maybe we'll put you there. Hey, you there. Do we want a little butterfly with you? Like a little big, giant, small? What do we want? Got kind of these colors happening in there too. So that could be, these could become part of the background. I could have that coming from the edge. And then that takes away that sharp corner on that corner. So we still have this corner here, but that's okay because there's a little dragonfly there that we like. Now him, I would mostly ink him just so that the white, because I didn't cut it really great, doesn't show. A lot of times that's why people will ink things, just because the white, because they didn't cut it, fussy cut it super great. All right, I'm gonna put him over here, and that's gonna cover, not cover, but it's gonna. And then if I do decide later that I want to cut this down to smaller tags, he's over to the side enough that he won't be too affected. Let's see, I want this rose to be coming down like that maybe. Similar colors to what's in the background. All right, I kind of like that. Now, do I want another flower? Do I have another one of these watercolory flowers from the same? I mean, this one's totally different. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing though. It's a flower made from paper. Pretty sure that one came from Manu. See all these flowers, these cool looking flowers, they all come from Manu Design Studio on Etsy, just FYI. She has some cool fussy cut kind of stuff in her scrapbook things. I don't remember where the butterfly comes from. It could be her, could be the other Manu, could be Louisa, I don't remember. That was last video. What am I looking for? Because I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Alright, see, these flowers are all from the same designer. That's why they kind of work together. That's also from the same designer, and it has all. I don't want to cover the dragonfly. I don't know why, but if I want something down here, ooh, no, I might just put that down in the corner just because I can. It's a little more pink, but it does still have some orange in it too. So I'll just put, but not cover that little cute little dragonfly. And oh, I don't want to fold it over either because I've got all that nice little grunginess happening over there. I'll lose some of the grunginess, but that's alright. Do I want to put that anywhere else? Because you know that's a potentiality. Once you cut up a flower, you are totally able to put it anywhere else. I think I'm going to put it just a little bit in that corner. No, I like the white showing there. Do I want to put it a little bit up here? Nah, I don't need to repeat that flower. Alright, so there's a big, I'm just going to do the corners on this side. Where? There it is. My corner chomper. We are memory keepers. Crocodile corner chomper. Yeah, it is a corner chomper. I was right. Alright, I'm going to do 1/2 inch on this side, but I'm not doing any on the other side. So it's just, wouldn't that make a cute cover too of a journal? Anyway, so that's that one. Alright, should we do another one? How are we doing on time? 23 minutes. Yeah, I think we can do another one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Not bad. Alright, and I'm doing the eyes closed. I'm not looking. Oh, remember this? This was just a piece of paper that I had used to demonstrate. Not demonstrate, but anyway, I was using Carrie the Crafter's stamp design, and I was twisting it and making these really cool circular things, which look really cool. And then, what do we want to put on here? It's a big tag with lots of room. What do we want to put on it? Oh, we could. It's nice and grungy. Put him on there. We can cut it down. Let's say I like those flowers. Let's make sure those flowers and that flower. So if those show a little bit, that's cool. And Yeah, I'm going to just do that. Do I want anything sticking out from where I cut him? I mean, when I glue him back down, it might not look like he got cut at all. So if you cut something and then you're like, oh, why did I do that? I didn't want to do that. It's okay. You can just glue them back down, or you might find something that you do want to put on there to add like a little fall looking flower kind of a deal. And we could even add mushrooms back here, right? I mean, people think mushrooms in fall, but mushrooms are really more, if it's raining, you're gonna have mushrooms. It's more about rain than fall. I remember when I went up to Maine one year and I was like, it was spring and there were mushrooms everywhere because they had had so much rain. Alright, I need these to face the other way for that though. I mean, they could even just kind of pop out behind that, right? Why not? Let's just stick this flower back here the best we can because it's kind of a fall looking flower. Glue his ears and whatnot back down. Well, the ears don't go down quite yet till I have it in. Kind of get glue under there, on here, back here. Could cut that off to take out some of the bulk, but nope, I'm not gonna. That feels like work at the moment. I just want to play. I don't want to work. Alright, I'm going to come over here with it. It's okay if those petals get tore off a little bit. And then I'm just going to stick that under there. Glue those down like that. And then they're just a little accent kind of a thing. Add some more orange at the top. And that, oh man, that's too crooked. Why? Oh, it's so crooked. How do we make that, fix that? If it's crooked and you don't like how it looks, what do you do? Well, there's a couple things. I could just kind of, so the top actually looks not as bad. It's just the bottom looks pretty crooked. So I could just come in and see if I could straighten this out here to make it a little bit more. You know what would help with that? Since my fingers are too small, I had some tweezers, and attempt to just tear that to some degree. It's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be more raggedy, but that's okay. And it still doesn't look straight, and that's okay too. And then we can just take like a little label or something. A label. We want it. These are not the right color. They're not even close to the right color. Why are you looking in here, lady? They're not right. They're not. Well, then I cover that flower if I use that. Something. How about a word? Words. Oh, orders attended to, day or night. I don't know why that. I know why it stands out to me. Because it's boldface. Oh, the last flowers of summer. No, well, yeah, because that would be like the last flower. That'd be, oh, sure. Also, sometimes the leaves might be the last flowers of summer. There we go. Fringe it up. Trim off our this stuff going off the corner if you want to, or back it so that you don't have to. Alright. Do I want to keep this as a journal card or make it a giant tag? You know, I don't have to make that decision right now. I could just leave it as it is, and when it goes in the book, if I want to make it a giant tag, I could. If I want to leave it with the edges, I could. If I want to do this, I could. Or I could do that and still come back and make it a... See, you don't have to have that little thing, the orange thing that I had before. You could just use your scissors. One's easier, one's cheaper. Well, they're actually both are easy. Oh, see, I think that sometimes these collage ones are a little bit, I say that and watch this one be hard, are a little bit easier to work with. We have this pinkish purple. It's not quite this pink. It's not that pink though either. Like I could put this pink down here. And what do we have? Animals, animals. Do, 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 do. Or if we have a children's book page, sometimes we got more flowers there. Sometimes something off a children's book page could be interesting. Alright, she's going to have to get used somewhere because she's just super cute with her little roller skates, isn't she? She will fit on a tag beautiful. I say that and I'm like, you know, now I just want to use her on something. Maybe I can find the right size, dash. She has a little bit of pink in her skirt, and the teal will pop nicely against that. And you know what I might do, because I still want the back of the tag to show, but I don't necessarily want to lose her road and that tree that I fussy cut. So I'm going to cut out one side of her. Just kind of cut out the one side. I could pause for a second. I feel like I have to keep talking though because my husband's on the phone, so you know, that's a work call. I don't know how much you guys can hear. He sounds loud to me. How are y'all doing? What are y'all working on? Did I mention I missed you guys? Did you guys miss? Well, you guys didn't have to miss me because I fortunately had 3 videos come out last week. I don't know. I did a flip through Friday and showed some journals that I do have for sale, and also provided. So if you want to see what I have in my shop, Fridays are going to be when I show that kind of stuff. I think because I'm going to do finish it Friday, flip through Friday, for my shop Friday. I don't know. It's just going to be Fridays. I got to have a day where I do kind of focus on that stuff, or I'll never get rid of the stuff that's in my space. Alright, let's see. Oh, I lose her arm. That might be a little too narrow. But maybe you really liked her on here, and maybe this was just fine and dandy. Needs to be just, I don't care if I lose her other hand, right? Do I care? I kind of care. It needs to be a little wider than that. Alright, I don't think I had a lot of wide stuff in here was the problem. That is not the only box of unfinished ephemera that I have. In case you're wondering. I have plenty. Now that's pretty much done. That doesn't need to be in the unfinished ephemera. How about, we're going to look, because we're looking for like a specific size and potentially color. Although, since she's a bright color, it wouldn't be bad to have, nope, that doesn't work. That's too short, unless I backed it on something else. I don't know that I like the purple anyway. These are more the mixed media kind of bases. That's why they're in a set. So I put kind of my collage bases in one box and my mixed media bases in another box so that I can have more unfinished bases. Because if they were all in one box, I would have to be like, nope, I can't keep that much stuff. Still too narrow? Also super bright. Oh, too narrow still. Okay. So it needs to be wider than that. That's wide enough. What do we think of? It's, alright. It's more for like the colors that were back then. And I could back her with a little bit of, do I want to lose? I don't mind losing some of the tree. Could just come down to the bottom with that too. Size-wise, that one works. Ooh. Or super grungy. Could do the super grungy. Except I want more of the grunge to show, maybe, potentially. Ooh, I kind of like how that does that. Okay, that's the one. Sometimes you find the base and then you find the top, and sometimes you find the top and then you find the base. It's all about that combination. I know Megan says it's all about that base, but sometimes it's all about that combination of getting the base and the focal point just right. Goldilocks in it. I call it Goldilocks in it. That's what we do. We like to Goldilocks it. Just inked her up just a little bit. I mean, she's playing outside. section on this one was wide enough for me to be able to, that is a white road. Roads are not white. Alright, and I really liked how, let's see, I still want, that can go, I liked this here. That's what I liked. Okay. I don't mind losing some of the tree to have more of that interestingness. I think right about there, I think might be it. Alright. We can do it. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Do, 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 do. Bob the builder, Darcy the painter, the gluer, I don't know, whatever. That's about right. Does it have to be perfect? No. Am I obsessing about it? Yes. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to look good. Let's get that straight. Well, I'm trying to let go of perfectionism. I'm not letting go of we want it to look good. And we have an interesting background to write on. It's plenty thick enough. We don't need to. I'm good with this ripped edge right here. Yep. See, I think that's kind of fun. I don't know that I really want to add anything to it. I like that. Let's see, do I want to, I get the X's on it, but they're kind of roundy X's, so I think I'll just round it. But I'm going to do the 1/4 inch this time. There we go. I was thinking about maybe not doing that side, but that's alright. It's all good. Alright, so I have one. I mean, that one's really finished one. It was in the unfinished ephemera. Should we just add a little something to it? Just a whittle something? Ooh, wouldn't he be pretty on there? Too bad I couldn't. Anyway. He's kind of pretty on there. This color is... Oh look, we could just stick this flower under here. Just something to pop out of that, you know, we're gonna, because otherwise it will go in the trash. Let's just stick it in there. What is that noise? I think it's my fan. Why? I must have accidentally touched my fan and turned it a little bit so that it was kind of hitting something. It's kind of making weird. Too bad I didn't have the rest of the flower to put there. Ooh, see, we got the red. That's kind of fun to pop out of that pocket. I might just leave that there just so that like whoever gets it will have a flower to play with. Oh, and a butterfly to play. You know, we're just going to cut off his antlers. You know why people say antlers? Because Gail does, and people love Gail. So, you know, we say antlers. We know they're antennae. Alright. I kind of like him like right there though. I mean, I don't want to have to back him up. I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue in the middle, and then if somebody gets it and they want to use them somewhere else, they can just pull them right off and use them somewhere else. That'll work. I don't know. I know this is a different kind of flower, and that these are pink. You know, you could, but these are red. I'm doing it. I'm putting it on there. I'm putting a red flower and a pink flower on the same piece. I'm just doing it. I'm a rebel. She's a rebel, people. She's a rebel. And it's going to come down from the top instead of coming up from the bottom. Because that's what we're feeling upside down today. Topsy-turvy. Wonky-donkly. Don't say too many words that don't make sense, because you'll end up saying something that sounds rude. Okay, that's your warning for today. How are we on time? 38 minutes? I don't know. Do you think I could do one more? Just one more? I know, now that you saw that box, are you saying you want me to do something from that box? Like, see, this actually could be done. It could be done just as it is and be really fun. Or you can even just add a little kitty with a lollipop like she's at the amusement park, because that's super cute. Not quite the right colors, but purple and yellow, I mean, see, it says for skillet and amusement only, and I know he's small and he really doesn't fit on there, but still, because there's so much going on in that tag that you might not want to hide, he could potentially work on there and be super adorable just down in the corner. And then, you know, it's just, hey, I'm just a little accent on this piece. You could totally do that. So many things you could do. We could put one of these guys on there. Sorry, Louisa. You could add this flower, but I do flowers on everything. This has got gears. This is gears. We're gearing towards something else besides flowers at the moment. See, if I want to put this on a tag, I could just kind of cut him out and just have him fly in the kite. But then you kind of want the dog too. So a double journal card might be what this is good for. Not exactly sure why I picked this shape. I just was random with it, I guess. Because it was kind of hard to fussy cut. But so that will probably go on a journal card somewhere, someday. This is my children's book pages. I know I have more somewhere. I probably have them in 2 different envelopes because I couldn't find another envelope at the time when I was wanting. Ooh, that blue is interesting. Because that blue is in here. If I wanted to kind of bring out that blue a little bit, but kind of have this for skill and amusement only, I kind of want to keep that. What if I just put this up in the corner? That's me in the corner. What if I mean, I'm sure I have another one somewhere. I don't know where this one came from. There was a blue kit I got one time. Might have been part of that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this. Just have a little bit of that showing in one corner. And then maybe try to see if I can balance it down in the other corner or on the side or something. And I don't know, can we get a 3rd piece out of this one flower to just make it kind of look like it's in 3s? You know, a grouping of 3s, even if it's one flower, 3 pieces, you know, just cut it up. Do what you want with the pieces that you got. See, now it's like more of a border. Actually, I think that's kind of fun. Alright, I think it's fun like it is. I don't think I'll add anything else to that. Does that mean we can fit one more into our... Because that one went kind of fast. I don't know. Alright, I'll close my eyes, see what I get. Alright, I got an inked up one. I don't know, I just kind of like that. I don't feel like I need a focal point. I just think that's pretty as it is. Which way? The colors work great on this. I love myself a, you know, things are just going a little too easy at the moment. That means when I try to make another video, it's all gonna go wrong. That's what happens. Wait, do I want it like that or do I want it like that? I mean, I tend to use tags. Pockets are pretty easy, so I guess I'll do it like a tag. Could have used the other. It's alright, there's no rights or wrongs, Darcy. You just told that to the people. Now believe it for yourself. That there's no right or wrong. If you believe. It's funny how, like, last week I did Ephemera Quartet, which is just 4 pieces of ephemera. It took me an hour. This week I'm just doing what's in my box, not worrying about how many I do, and I got done more than 4. Maybe I was inspired by Gail Agostinelli. Did you see how many she did this morning? Today's Sunday, so not this morning that you're watching this, but this morning that I, you know, I'm not going to overthink that. I'm just going to stick that right there. It's one of my labels that I made some time ago. I made them. It's similarly colored. Not perfect. It adds a little something though. And then I can use that angle to do the top of my tag. Okay. So that came off that way. So I want to flip it and put it over on this side. This is how we do it. When we want a specific angle on our tag and we know we don't already have a template for it, or we don't want to make templates and we just want to do that. See? Now I'm debating right now because I'm thinking I don't really need it because there's enough on this tag, this label. But if I hadn't added that label, I might have added like a little script in the background or something. But right now, that works for me. Alright, one more? Do we have time for one more? Closing my eyes, pulling one out. Well, these don't count because you know what I do with these? I just collage on the other side and then you can write on this side. So, fine. a collage on them. I'm just pulling out the first piece of paper that was there, which was this. It's a little bright for, that doesn't matter. Alright, I'm just going to put that on there. Because why not? When else am I going to use a piece that bright? I mean, I know I make pieces that's bright, but it's not really my normal go-to color. You know what? I have an idea. We're going to do this. Why? Because it started going on wonky, and so I decided to put it on wonky. And then on this one, the pieces that we cut off the corners are going to go in the corners. Because why not? I mean, this can hopefully give you an idea of when you're not feeling inspired, just go ahead and don't care. Just, you're already not inspired. What kind of mess can you get into by just gluing stuff on random willy-nilly? That's not the word is that the word I want? I don't know. Pell-mell. Just not worrying about what it's going to look like in the end. Just do it. It's kind of like my glue books. That's how I do my glue books, is I just glue stuff down. Ooh, that might be my next video. I've been wanting to just glue stuff down, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I understand that. I am curious, how many of you actually watch me on like well, I guess I'm a little fast for double speed, but, and don't worry, I'm not offended if you watch me at a faster speed or you skip through, you know, you fast forward through the boring bits and whatnot. I'm all right with that. That doesn't bother me. All right, see that? Even just like that, it's kind of cool as a base. I mean, you can totally cover those corners, or you could just leave them as they are. And do I want to put anything on them? That's a good question. We have some yellow, orange, and yellow. By yellow, orange, I mean yellow, purple, and pink, right? I mean, we don't want to veer off too far from those colors, because that might get a little crazy. Crazy. Who cares? That's not right. That's not for me. Bloom. That's not right either. Okay. Oh, this would calm it down some, like if I wanted to do... Let's see, what if I were to do that and just add something behind it? Like what? I don't know. Do I have another piece that's like the right size? Wouldn't that be nice if I just had the perfect piece? I mean, I could cut down the perfect piece, but what are the chances that I'd actually find a perfect piece? It doesn't have, it just has to be bigger, right? I don't like the green though. The green doesn't work. The size is okay, but the green, not so much. See, that's not quite green. That's more of a... See, that would make my life easier if I just found a piece that did that. We don't have to make our lives easier. We can make our lives as complicated as we want. And I tend to. I don't know about you guys. I know, that's not right. It just was, you know, weird and being weird. Now, that has some like purpley bits in it, and so that actually could work if I cut it down to the right size. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I know you want to see what it looks like. I know you do. Alright. You know, but I want to use the, oh my word, it's right here in front of my face. Alright, to about there, give or take. And so that's where I'm just going to kind of, I've got my see-through rule, which makes life a little bit easier. Alright, I don't need to go quite this far down there, because you can kind of get it straight if your ruler is somewhat straight. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright. So I am just going to glue that down. I'll put the edges in a minute. Just going to zoom down. I'm not looking for perfection. But it'll be fun. Whatever it is. Just going to get the edge here. So the reason I did the glue on the thing is so that, you know, all the pieces hanging off wouldn't be covered in glue. That's why. That's all. You can cut them off. You can use your ruler to tear them off. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever floats your boat. I don't know that these are really big enough to actually then put on the other one. Although the other one, yeah, because the other one only has the 2 corners, so that one's almost there. That one could work. Just kind of put that on there best we can. I like that. She used some fabric and some overlays, kind of like I do. Whoever made this one, I can't remember the name of her. But, you know, that's not wide enough. We don't really... Oh, wait. Oh, that's white there, so it doesn't really matter. But I mean, we had... Oh, that was the only piece I had off of there, right? Okay. We could just potentially... just get the corner and the side there so that anything that is not covering that will at least have something on there. And then we can just make sure that whatever we do put on here, come on. Oh, we forgot a corner over here. Tiny, tiny, tiny corner. There's a tiny corner up there too, but am I really going to worry that much about it? Probably not. Of course, I could overlap it a little bit more so that more of the blue shows. Well, we've got the 3 corners. Let's just do this last one too. Just gonna... Oh, we're gonna put that up that corner. Why are we trying to make it perfect? There's no perfect. It doesn't exist. Oh good, I plugged it back in. I'm like, did I plug that in or not? I don't remember. Not big enough. Because I was thinking, like, having a flower come up from here. Does this... just a bunch of... Remember how I did the other ones where I had the flowers coming in? Do I want to do that again? And if I do I just want to use the pink one, maybe? And then have something in the middle? Let's just do that real quick. Alright, we're just gonna kind of bring that there. And this is the top up here. Just gonna bring that down. And then we could either fold them over or... because I mean there's pink, so we'll just add pink. Pink is fun. Could fold them over or we could cut them off. I know some people, I'm sure that me having all these things stuck to my scissors is annoying you. I know how your brains work. Okay. Now we could potentially bring a little bit of this over somewhere. I don't know, I think I just like the 2. Alright, and what can we put in the middle? He's a little too purpley, isn't he? Or, you know, he's not quite right. It's not quite right. Not quite right. Not quite right. Clara is crawling. Cuckoo clock. That goes in the children's book pages. We'll see if it ever gets back there. Any of these funny focal points work? I mean, he's super neutral. I mean, he just would make me, I would put him on there because he makes me laugh. These funny focal points, they are from Louisa Heinzel, if you're wondering. And they're funny. They make me smile, and that is reason enough to use something in your art. If it makes you smile, do you really need any more reasons than that? Smiling is good. Now, I already used you on something. I know, you like to be used. I get it. I'm understanding. I'm understanding that. Let's see. What if we use these extra pieces on this one? It's less pink. I know, I'm not hating that. Oh my word. Why throw them away when you can use them somewhere else? In an interesting, unexpected way. Right? Right. It's alright, it's alright. Alright. So I guess I have to say inspired by Gail, because I think that's why I ended up like not stopping and just keeping in making all the pieces out of my box like she did. Because we can. I mean, somebody could write up there. You could write a quote on there. Just have this little funny bird just stare. I don't hate that. Okay. So most of the words are upside right, so that's alright. So let's see. Just gonna stick him down here at the bottom. I just liked him there. Alright, and what about this one? This one, I would like the words to at least go, you know, the right direction a little bit. That would make me a little bit happy. And they don't have to go in the same book, so it doesn't really matter so much. Little ballet lady. See, this is just a little bird. He's just a little blue bird. Little titmouse. Love a titmouse. He's so cute. Alright, not doing the titmouse. What are we doing? That is the question. I mean, we could do something small. We could just get the red and blue. Sorry, Mariah. I'm not throwing you. I mean, I am, but I'm not. It's not you. It's just the thing. It's just a picture of your. Those are hard to fussy cut. That's why. Oh, and they don't come as a PNG. I have to turn them into a PNG to make them easy fussy cuts. So when you see me give those away for free, you gotta know I must really love you guys, because that's a lot of work. So I'm hoping that you realize that that is a lot of work. That's just too small. I need to print those a little bigger, I think. Did the other one with an owl. No, owl doesn't work for this one. Unless it's this owl. Because he's all judgy. But see, we can't write in here. So I want a big something in the middle of there. Not that. These little Gyo Fujikawa people are so cute. Oh, look at that. There's like a book page like that. Doesn't quite work. Alright. I'm going to find it. I'll be back. I'm going to find something to work there. I found something the right size. I think this puppy and his little watering thing, I'm going to, this isn't going to fit. So I'm just going to fussy cut him out. You'll see more about this digital soon. You'll have to check out Patty Smith's channel. I'll make sure I link her below. It's not out yet, but if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see she's been starting to do some stuff. So she has been making some, oh, I haven't used those stamps today. Forgot about these. She has been, I sent her the files so that she could make stuff, because what happened was she made me a beautiful door for Ephemera, and I made 2 doors that sucked. So I told her, I said, well, instead of me sending a door, how would you feel about me making a digital, like inspired, like, you know, for you that would be your aesthetic and your colors that she likes. So she told me the colors and the style. She said denim and grungy and blues and teals and whatnot, I think is what she said. And then she sent me some of her watercolor bits. And I, you know, cut those down so I could use them as PNGs in the files and stuff. And then I knew she had some dogs. So I was like, oh, what kind of dogs do you have? And she told me what kind. And so I found some pictures that would work. You can see I am not perfectly cutting out that flower. And also I'm not cutting off that handle because I don't want to deal with it. When you're fussy cutting, you can make those decisions to make it easier for your life. And yeah, I'm just doing this, just doing the moving the paper and getting some wrinkly bits. Anyway, so yeah, so, and she loves it. She's been having so much fun playing with it. There will be a video out. It is in my shop now, but I say you're gonna want to wait to go get it after her video comes out, because she will have an awesome coupon code. And the reason that I did a coupon code for her to share on her channel is because, you know, I'm that type of person that wants to help people grow their channel. And I figured that's one way that I could do it. But as I was looking for things to use on that tag, I was like, oh, let me check these pages real quick. And there is totally a picture that I think is big enough. And so, because this is kind of what I wanted to do. I just want to do like a good size picture in the middle, like this. I mean, sure, there might be a more perfect picture, but he's adorable. And he's got the blues that are kind of from the corner. So that brings the blues in from the corner. So really, I don't know, maybe it is perfect. What would you have put in the middle of this tag? Did you see anything on my desk you would have put? Or have you seen something, or, you know, is there some stuff you use? I even like looked through my magazine images real quick, because I was just like, there's got to be something somewhere. But that's when I also saw that. I'm looking for glue. Glue is right here, in case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. So no, I did not beat Gail. Gail's did 18 pieces of ephemera on Sunday. Gail Augustinelli. If you don't watch her, why not? I mean, if you don't do junk journals, then I guess that would be why not. But sometimes she does gel plate printing and stuff, and you know, she's just fun to watch, and she's just pleasant. All right, so I have 1, 2. I might do something to the corners. We'll see. 3. I should be getting a lot closer, shouldn't I? Oh, put the cover in your glue too, Darcy. Come on. Oh, we're over an hour. Such fun. I try not to go over an hour because, you know, I know you guys, your time is precious to you. So that's 1, 2. If you really want to know who did these papers, I can look it up for you. 3, 4, 5. He's so cute. 6. Oops. 7. 8, 9, love how that blue brings out that, 10, 11, 12, Gail definitely beat me. I knew I didn't do 18, but I got more than 4 done. I got a lot. Some days it happens like that. Some days it takes me an hour to make 4, and some days I can get 12 done in an hour. It varies. It's super random. I hope you all have a very delightful day, and thank you so much for watching and for subscribing and liking and doing all the things and supporting me every way you know how or are able to. I appreciate it so much. Do remember I do have a Ko-fi shop. It's linked down below. I have an Etsy shop too. If you don't, like, Ko-fi takes PayPal. Etsy might take like credit cards, like if you don't have PayPal or something. That's the only reason I'm keeping my Etsy shop open. But I don't know how much longer I'll keep my Etsy shop open, because every 3 months I gotta pay 20 cents to re-up the listing items that are there. So, and I don't have to do that on Ko-fi. So that's why so many people go to Ko-fi, is you don't have to pay just to list your items. Alright, so yeah, that's my spiel for today. I'm still working on the blue caps. They'll get done eventually. I don't know that that's going to be one of the pages, but something like that. So yeah, look for digitals that'll be coming out. I've got some ideas. There may be a little tea party freebie coming out, or some pocket friends, or there might be a freebie, they might not be a freebie, but they might be membership only. I need to put some membership only stuff up there. And yeah, hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Bye. For real this time.